Hi guys, how is your afternoon coming along? It's always a pleasure having you here, and today I don't have much to say, but I just want to chit chat, talk about random things that affect my life, and possibly by extension, they also affect you. I always say that we have similar problems, we go through the same problems. So sometimes things that affect me, the way I get solutions to my problem, maybe you might be going through the same problem, and maybe a solution that I've had is what can actually help you. That's why I always share my videos. I don't share my videos because I'm an expert in anything. I always just share my videos because of the life experiences I've gone through, things that have worked for me. And that's why I always say that they don't have to work for you. When I tell you maybe I'm cutting out this thing, maybe I'm cutting out TV, uh, for my for me and my son, it doesn't mean that it can also work for you. It doesn't work for everyone. When I tell you that I'm working with a very small closet, it doesn't mean that it will also work for you. When I tell you that I've not gone to the salon for the past 1 year, it can also not work for you. So I always say that I share with you things that have worked for me, and for the people that these things can also work for, you can go ahead and embrace them, and if they don't work for you, you just drop them. Yes. So this it has been a little bit tough. It's dry where I stay. It has not been raining, and it's also dry like that in the pockets. So the going is getting tougher, and I studied biology. I have a Bachelor of Science biology, and there is something that we learnt in ecology, that only the fit survive. So it's survival of the fittest. Only the fit species survive. So if you are in the same niche, if you happen to be in the same niche with a different species competing for the same nutrients, light, everything, whatever you're competing with together. So it's only the fit one that will survive. And when the fit one survive, it means that it eliminates the other one. So that's why I encourage everyone that make sure that you remain fit so that you can survive. You don't become that species that will be eliminated from whatever niche you are in, or from whatever ecosystem you are in. You must make sure you brace yourself. You brace yourself for tough times ahead. You brace yourself for the uncertainties that are coming in the near future. You brace yourself for everything so that you are not eliminated. You remain strong. Ah, and today I feel like talking about relationships. Personally, I was in a very abusive relationship that I actually walked out of. These are stories that I don't always say. These are things I don't talk about easily, but I can see that they are happening every single day. And what I always encourage people, I also believe in families. I believe that you can have a good family. I believe in all those things, in a beautiful family, everything. But don't stay in a relationship that is toxic, that is abusive, with a narcissistic partner, just because you want to satisfy societal needs. Because we have been raised up in a certain way. We have been told, we were preconditioned that every woman must get married, every woman must stay in a relationship, you must stick with your husband. And so sometimes we tend to stick in those relationships. We know we are supposed to walk out, but we stick in those relationships because we want to satisfy societal needs. And at the end of the day, you get yourself being killed. You get your kids being killed, or sometimes, and I always say, some our mothers used to say that we are staying here because of our children. But there is no need you stick in a toxic relationship. You end up raising kids who have issues. They already have issues from home, so that by the time they are aged and they're supposed to form their own relationships, they cannot form the relationships because they still have battles that they are fighting within them. They have needs that were never met at that early age. I hear my psychology friends saying that children are whatever an individual become, they are always influenced by perinatal, antenatal, postnatal issues that are surrounding them at that particular time. So most of us are actually fighting battles that we came with from home. Not that they are battles we found later in life. These are battles that we actually came with from home. We have never won them. We have not unlearned the bad habits or the toxic traits that we had back home, and we come and we move with these traits to the next relationship, and that is how our partners end up getting affected. So what I would just what I'm saying is, if it's not working, it's not working. Don't sit there and start saying, oh, it will work. I'm praying. You don't pray for people's behavior to change. Our behaviors don't change by prayer. You don't pray. I remember there's a time I was very serious in church, and I was even leading praise and worship at that particular time. And I remember my pastor used to say, no, you see, Mary, we have to pray about this. We have to trust God. Don't do it. Just walk out. It pains me. There's this Nigerian gospel musician. I listen to her songs so much, though sometimes I don't even understand, but they say that though I don't understand it, I can feel it. Yeah, I've been listening to her song. She's a very powerful worship leader, and surprisingly, we are now being told right now that she was in a very abusive relationship. Can you imagine being tied somewhere so that your children can also whip you under the instruction of their dad? Then someone hits you on your chest and you end up in ICU. I don't think those are things that anyone should go through. So if it's not working, it's not working. It's okay to be single. It's okay not to be married. But it's not okay for you to be dead. Especially if you have an assignment here on earth. We all have our assignments, and you don't have any business dying prematurely before you accomplish your earthly assignment. So guys, I just told you that I always share. Today I just wanted to have a chit chat to share random things. I'm not an expert in anything. I'm not an expert, but I just share things I've gone through, things that have worked for me. Though I love sharing the financial part. With this relationship part, I don't like sharing it. But today I was prompted to talk about it because of what is going on right now. And have a good evening, guys. Have a good evening.